What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. And today there's been a lot of stuff going on that has been affecting a lot of people. So I wanted to break down exactly what we're hearing as of right now. First, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, she came out today and she actually said that we could potentially see an interest rate increase. That might be in the cards. So I want to address that. We also know President Biden is pivoting on his vaccination plan. One state is actually offering $100 savings bonds to people to actually get the vaccine. And we know right now that progressives are urging President Biden to provide a fourth stimulus check to help with financial confidence in the average American. So that is what's going on right now. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you could, go ahead, hit that like button. It actually does help out the channel. Now, progressives are really pushing President Biden to include a fourth stimulus check in his infrastructure package. And they're doing so right now because they know that this week, President Biden is going to sit down with Senator Capito and talk about what their plans are, what the Republicans want to propose, what President Biden has already proposed, and whether or not they can come to some type of agreement somewhere in the middle. We also know that this week, the committees plan on meeting, getting together, and to start working on the two different packages. That is going to happen this week, or at least start this week. So, progressives, according to reports, want to make sure that they start their fight now to ensure that one of these infrastructure packages is going to include additional stimulus. Again, this does include a fourth stimulus check. What I can tell you right now is that all indications point to a child tax credit will be included as an expansion in one of these infrastructure packages or in the American Families Plan. Okay, that is that $1.8, $1.9 trillion package. What we do know at this time, additional unemployment is questionable at this time. And so is a fourth stimulus check. These are things that progressives want. These are things that Democrats would like as well. However, they are not the priorities. I stated earlier, and I also mentioned it yesterday, that unemployment benefits, according to some lawmakers and many economists, are saying that unemployment benefits are actually hindering the economic recovery. And because of that, we may see some lawmakers say, you know what? Let's hold off on passing additional unemployment benefits. Let's see what happens over the month of, let's say, September, and let's just move forward from there. So again, there's no indication that an extension of unemployment benefits is going to happen. So if you are currently being offered a job or to go back to your place of employment, you may want to consider that coming up, maybe now, but you may want to consider that over this summer because in September, we may see all unemployment benefits just completely expire. So again, keep an eye out for that, and I promise I will fill you in on all those details as we do get them. And even though President Biden has not come out and said that he's for or against a fourth stimulus check, what we do know is that he has changed his mind multiple times over the past, let's say, year. He's changed his mind. He's pivoted on many different things. He's also completely just disregarded some of the things that he said. Okay, I'm not going to go into that, but again, I think every single politician, every single president has lied more than once, all right? So whether this is right or wrong, this is currently what's happening. So until we see the bill actually pass, it gets passed by the House, gets passed by the Senate, and it's signed into law by President Biden. Until that happens, we won't know if a fourth stimulus check will be included. We don't know if the child tax credit will be expanded. We don't know if there'll be anything for Medicare. We don't know if there's going to be more for parents or Social Security or anything like that. We just don't know. Again, everything can completely change at the last minute, just like it did with that American Rescue Plan of $1.9 trillion, where Senator Joe Manchin came out and said, you know what? I don't support $400 per week in unemployment. I don't support that many people getting a $1,400 stimulus check. And guess what? Things were completely just changed. And then we also saw, let's throw in a child tax credit. That was kind of coming last minute. So again, crazier things have happened, but as we know more, I will fill you in on all those details. But speaking of changing his mind, Okay, President Biden has changed his mind multiple times, but today President Biden has decided to pivot once again on the vaccines. What we know is that President Biden was all for, let's just get the American people vaccinated, and he still is. However, the initial thought was make sure every single person has an appointment to go and get vaccinated. We need to make sure it's efficient. We need to make sure we have enough doses. We need to make sure we're not just wasting the vaccine. Well, things have changed. Today, due to a slow number of vaccinations per day, or a slowing, what we heard today is President Biden decided that he directed tens of thousands of pharmacies across the United States to now allow walk-in appointments. Yes, walk-in appointments. What this means, because before you had to have an appointment. You could not just go in to get a vaccine, but that is not anymore. And one of the issues with this, according to experts, is let's say you go and get a vaccine, all right? They pull it out of the vial. According to reports, the vials hold like 7 or 8 vaccines. So in order to go and prep it or whatever they're doing, right? There could be wasted vaccines simply because not enough people went into that particular pharmacy and got a vaccine. Simply because now we are accepting walk-in appointments. That could be an issue, but that's something that President Biden and the Biden administration, they are comfortable with because we have enough vaccines rolling out. We have enough manufacturing plants. Pfizer is pushing out, I believe they're going to try to push out, I think it's like 2 million doses or 2 million vaccines per week. That is what's going to go to Canada and Mexico as well, and that's going to happen very soon. So I'll bring you updates on that, because what we are hearing is that just getting the United States and our population vaccinated is not enough. We have to fight against the double mutated strain, the triple variants. Okay, we have to fight against those that are in India and Europe and in Mexico and Brazil and all these different places. Right? We have to make sure every single country has the vaccine that we have, so that we can fight it from the outside in as well. Okay, so currently that's what we know. Now, President Biden wants to see that at least 70% of the American people, the American population, but adults, okay, 70% of adults have at least partially been vaccinated by July 4th. That is the current date. That is their goal. Okay, that is their current goal. That is also when Nancy Pelosi wants to see this infrastructure bill passed. So a lot of stuff's going to come down to July 4th. Some experts say that this is most likely not going to happen, because some lawmakers are saying that they must do more to entice certain Americans to go and get the vaccine, because right now, just being healthier or potentially not getting sick is not enough. So we'll see what happens there. But what we do know is that last week in West Virginia, their governor decided and announced that he would give $100 savings bonds to anybody under the age of 35 that gets the vaccine. Okay, this is actually their way of enticing the younger population to go and get the shot. But now what we're hearing, whether this is right or wrong, okay, that kind of doesn't really matter at this point. What matters is that more states are now considering this exact same tactic in order to hopefully get more of their residents currently vaccinated. So this is going to happen very soon. And as we get more information there, I promise I will keep you updated as well, because I know a lot of people are saying, well, what's the point of getting the vaccine? If everyone else has it, why do I need it? Well, you know, that makes sense. There's also the argument that if everyone else has it and you don't have it, you could be the one that gets sick. So there's arguments to both sides. I get it. I completely understand. But at least if you're going to get $100, maybe that will entice you. Maybe it won't. But I guess any more money that you can put in your bank account would be better than nothing, right? But again, I completely understand. But let me know down in the comment section below. If you haven't got the vaccine, is $100 enough? My guess is no, but let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. But here's the big thing that happened today. You may have noticed this, but what happened today was Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said, and I quote, "It may be that interest rates will have to rise somewhat to make sure our economy does not overheat, even though the additional spending is relatively small relative to the size of the economy. It could cause some very modest increases in interest rates to get that reallocation." Now, when people heard this, again, this happened earlier this morning, The markets went crazy. We saw a big sell-off. There was great deals in the market today. If you weren't buying today, you probably missed out, because as soon as the markets heard this, there was a complete sell-off. But Janet Yellen was actually talking about the central bank could combat inflationary pressure if the Biden administration does pass this $4 trillion infrastructure bill. Now, she said that modest rate increases could push prices back down to prevent the economy from overheating. However, some big investors like Warren Buffett are currently warning the American people that inflation is running rampant. So we need to be watchful of this. I know many of you have already stated this, that gas prices are increasing in your area, food prices, your rents are increasing, everything is increasing as of right now. And it's true. You go buy a truck. Let's say you go and buy a new truck. And I looked into this the other day because somebody mentioned this. You go and buy a new truck. A new truck is less expensive than a used truck. But why is that? Well, you got the rebates, got all these other things. There's so many just issues going on right now. You also go and look at some houses. You go and buy a 2x4. 2x4s, if you can find them, okay? Because again, it's not like gold. You can go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you can find a 2x4. But if you want to get, let's say, 10 pallets of 2x4s, chances are you're going to have to wait, or you're going to have to overpay, because everybody is either building, they're remodeling their homes, they're doing something, and the lumber prices are just insane. So we do know inflation is here, and it's going to be here to stay for a little while. And while inflation is starting to be seen all across the world, cryptocurrencies are beginning to shoot up as well. This is something that I mentioned a while back, that I think when Bitcoin was around the $32,000 range, I said, there's going to be a time when it really shoots up, it comes back down, and you should buy it. Well, I think that was around like $32,000. Told you to buy Bitcoin. It's now over $50,000. I mentioned to buy Dogecoin back when it was, I think, 3 to 4 cents. It's currently, as of right now, it is currently, let's see what Dogecoin is. It is currently 55 cents, somewhere right around there. So Dogecoin is shooting up. Ethereum is going up as well. One thing I can tell you, it's partially because of inflation, but the big thing with Dogecoin, if you're wondering why that shot up so quickly, it's actually because eToro, which is, I believe, one of the biggest or second biggest cryptocurrency traders or markets out there, that one actually started to offer Dogecoin to investors just yesterday. So that could be one of the reasons why. So if you want to get some Dogecoin, you want to be invested into cryptocurrencies, which I highly recommend, it's a smart move at this time, being that inflation is happening, okay, and you could make some good money. But if you want to go and sign up for something called WEBULL, if you deposit $100, they'll give you 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. Plus, you can start investing in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. So if you want to do that, I highly recommend you do. I'll put a link down in the description box below. So just want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on, and I'll see you guys on the next one.